Why VR is struggling and smart glasses are taking over. VR is struggling, and smart glasses might be the culprit. Virtual reality, once the darling of the tech world, is facing a significant downturn, and the rise of smart glasses might be to blame. Do you recall virtual reality, VR? The technology where you strap on a headset and dive into digital worlds? If you're a bit fuzzy on the details, you're not alone. Since 2023, VR has taken a backseat, and it's not just a gut feeling. There's data to back it up. According to recent financial reports, Meta's Reality Labs, the division responsible for VR and augmented reality, AR, saw a decline in revenue from $440 million in Q1 2024 to $412 million in Q1 2025. This drop is largely attributed to declining sales of the Meta Quest series, particularly the Quest 3. But here's where it gets interesting. During the same period, sales of Meta's Ray-Ban smart glasses have skyrocketed, tripling year over year. Meta CFO Susan Li noted that the revenue loss from Quest sales was partially offset by increased sales of Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. So, what does this mean for VR? Is VR on the decline, and are smart glasses the new frontier? Let's break it down. The Quest 3S, for example, is a fantastic VR headset, light, affordable, and packed with features that both newcomers and seasoned VR enthusiasts can enjoy. However, despite its improvements, wearing a VR headset still feels intrusive. After a while, the headset can become uncomfortable, causing eye strain and discomfort, especially for extended periods. In contrast, smart glasses like the Meta Ray-Ban models offer a much lighter touch. They don't have a full display yet, but they provide basic smart features such as Bluetooth audio, a voice assistant, and some AI capabilities. Best of all, you can wear them for hours without feeling weighed down. This ease of use is a significant advantage over VR headsets. The lesson here is clear. It's better to offer a few well-executed features than to cram in everything at the expense of comfort. Smart glasses, while still evolving, are already proving more practical for everyday use. You can take photos, make calls, and even use them as a hands-free device, making them a natural fit for daily life. But here's where it gets controversial. Some argue that the shift towards smart glasses is a necessary step in the evolution of immersive technology. Others believe that VR still holds immense potential, and that the current downturn is just a temporary setback. What do you think? Should we focus on the gradual integration of smart glasses, or should we double down on the immersive potential of VR? Regardless of your stance, the industry's leaders are making their bets. Apple's Tim Cook and Meta's Mark Zuckerberg have both expressed strong interest in smart glasses and AR. This suggests that the future of immersive technology might lean more towards these wearable devices rather than traditional VR headsets. If you're a fan of VR, don't despair. The technology is far from dead, but it might need more time to mature and find its niche. For now, smart glasses are gaining traction, and they might just be the bridge to a more integrated future of immersive technology. See Meta Quest 3 at Amazon. See Meta Quest 3S at Amazon. See Meta Ray-Ban at Amazon. The future of VR, AI-infused glasses and beyond. The next revolution in tech isn't on your wrist or in your pocket. It's on your face. Imagine a world where your glasses don't just correct your vision, but also power AI-driven augmented reality, blend virtual and real environments, and even track your hand gestures without a single wire. That's the future Mark Zuckerberg, Tim Cook, and Sundar Pichai are racing to build. But here's where it gets controversial. Will VR headsets like the Meta Quest and Apple Vision Pro fade into history? Or are they just the first step towards something far more intimate, smart glasses that live on your face 24/7? Let's dive in. For years, VR headsets dominated the mixed reality space, but the tide is turning. Meta's CEO recently declared that the future belongs to AI-infused glasses, a vision shared by Apple, Google, and Samsung. These companies are no longer just competing in smartphones or smartwatches. They're betting big on wearable tech that merges seamlessly with our daily lives. The stakes? Nothing less than redefining how we interact with technology. As a reviewer of AR/VR gadgets, I've long championed Meta's Quest headsets for their affordability and cutting-edge features, like hand tracking and mixed reality. But the landscape is shifting. AR glasses are no longer a distant dream. I've already tested prototypes like Meta's Orion AR glasses, which use a neural input wristband to detect finger gestures without cameras. And this is the part most people miss. The real breakthrough isn't just the glasses themselves. It's the invisible tech that makes them work, like EMG sensors in wristbands that read muscle signals to control your environment. Google and Samsung's Project Moohan is a prime example of this shift. This upcoming headset promises AI that can analyze what you see in real time, blending Google's Gemini AI with Samsung's hardware. But will it be affordable? At $3,499, it's a direct rival to Apple's Vision Pro, yet its true impact may lie in pushing competitors to innovate faster. Meanwhile, Meta's Ray-Ban smart glasses are already a hit, with tripled revenue for their partner, EssilorLuxottica. But what if the real game-changer isn't the glasses themselves, but the wristband that comes with them? Meta's Orion prototype hinted at a future where a neural band could control not just glasses, but VR headsets and even smartwatches. This tech, which uses electrical signals from your muscles to detect gestures, could outperform camera-based systems in range and accuracy. Imagine navigating your AR interface with a pinch of your fingers, even in low light. It's a missing link in wearable tech, and companies like Google and Samsung are already racing to fill it. Apple, however, remains an enigma. The Vision Pro's future is shrouded in secrecy, but rumors suggest an upgraded M chip and support for spatial controllers. Will Apple stick to its high-end strategy, or will we see a more affordable version next year? And what about Valve, the gaming giant that hasn't released a VR headset since 2019? Whispers of a new Deckard headset that works both standalone and with PCs could redefine what PC VR means. Here's the elephant in the room. Are VR headsets even the future anymore? While companies like Sony and Meta still rely on them, the trend is clearly toward glasses. Meta's CTO, Andrew Bosworth, hinted last year that VR is a harder fit for generative AI than glasses, but that could change as mixed reality headsets evolve. Smart glasses might be the first wave, but the next generation of AR/VR devices could blur the line entirely. So where does this leave us in 2025? The answer isn't clear yet. We're in a transitional phase, with scattered pieces of the puzzle still falling into place. But one thing's certain, the future of tech is coming for your face, and I, for one, can't wait to see what's next. What do you think? Is the VR headset doomed to become a relic, or will it adapt to stay relevant? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate the future of wearable tech together. Meta's Reality Labs posts $4.53 billion in second quarter. Meta's Reality Labs is facing a staggering financial challenge, recording a massive $4.53 billion loss in the second quarter alone. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite such a huge deficit, the unit still generated $370 million in revenue, narrowly missing analyst expectations of a $4.99 billion operating loss and $381 million in sales. This shows a somewhat positive but costly push towards the future. Reality Labs is the division behind Meta's bold vision for the metaverse, the next frontier of digital interaction. It manages products like the Quest virtual reality headsets and the stylish Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, a collaboration with eyewear giant EssilorLuxottica. Mark Zuckerberg unveiled the Orion Augmented reality glasses recently, hinting at Meta's ambitions to launch advanced, immersive computing platforms that could revolutionize how we experience technology. But this path comes with a hefty price tag. Since late 2020, Reality Labs has accumulated nearly $70 billion in losses, an eye-watering sum that raises questions about the sustainability of Meta's investment strategy in AR and VR technologies. Just a few months ago, Reality Labs posted a $4.2 billion loss in the first quarter, showing a consistent trend of deep spending without short-term profits. Yet it's not all bleak. While the Quest VR headsets have not yet become mainstream hits, the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses tell a promising story. EssilorLuxottica recently reported that sales of these smart glasses more than tripled year-over-year in the first half of 2025. They also launched new Oakley Meta smart glasses, representing the latest fruits of their partnership. This growth suggests a market beginning to embrace wearable, augmented reality. At the same time, it's important to highlight some tough realities behind the scenes. In April, Meta quietly laid off an undisclosed number of employees from Reality Labs' Oculus Studios, the branch developing VR and AR software. This move highlights that even with ambitious goals and some product successes, Meta is under pressure to optimize its resources and perhaps rethink certain aspects of its strategy. So here's a question for the readers. Is Meta's long-term bet on the metaverse worth these enormous ongoing losses? Could Reality Labs become the cornerstone of immersive computing? Or is this an expensive gamble that might not pay off? And what do you think about the balance between rapid innovation and financial sustainability? Share your thoughts and let's dive into this hot topic.